what's up everybody, channel is ADITI Shukla, and if you've been watching me, you already know my name is ADITI, stay new just where I'm basically from Lucknow, India. And how have you all been? I am so sorry. I know I've missed quite a lot of uploads off lately, but let me explain. I've been traveling to California to meet my sister, and during my travel I knew I won't be able to upload 2 videos a week, but I did pre-film few of them to upload at least one video per week, but I just lost them. Yeah, it's a heartbreaking story. I just lost all my edited videos. I don't know, some technical issue happened, it all got vanished, and now I have the footage, don't worry about it, but I have to actually re-edit all those videos, and then I will have to post them. But anyway, I promised to you in my last Holi video that I will be coming up with complete California series in April, wherein we will be exploring different things to do in California, which includes LA, Los Angeles trip. Me, Shashank, my husband, and my sister, we all three went to California, and it was a 4-day trip wherein we went to Disneyland, we also went to Universal, we went to Madame Tussauds. We a lot of places back in California, but I will be making different videos on these things because we almost ended up spending a complete day at these places, and it's a huge video, and I don't want to include all those things in one video because it will be huge, it will be too long for me to edit and for you to watch as well. So I will make separate videos on that, although in this video we will be exploring different famous spots back in LA, including the beach, including the Walk of Fame, the Chinese theater. We went to watch celebrity houses. Yes, we did watch few celebrity houses, including Michael Jackson, Paul Walker, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga. Oh my god, it was so overwhelming, but I will show you all of that as well. So without blabbering and without making this intro more long, let's go.
And our trip to LA from San Jose starts here. It was 1 hour flight, and post landing to LA airport, we took up Lyft, which is just like Uber. By the way, to board an Uber, Lyft or taxi from airport, everyone has to take a free shuttle to the pickup area, and there you have different zones. And you can book your taxis here. It takes 5 to 7 minutes to reach the pickup area, so you can book your taxis accordingly. And here we go. Los Angeles is a huge city. It itself is as big as Chicago and San Francisco combined. We booked our hotel at the Venice beach, one of the most famous tourist spots in LA, and our hotel, the Erwin, had a beautiful rooftop bar where we ended up going in the same evening. I will give you a room tour. So that's our room. As you enter in the room, there are twin bed and a basic sitting chair and a TV unit. That's a huge mirror with a dressing area and the bathroom inside. And behind it, we have a closet which is quite spacious. You will just see that. Yeah, and it is quite spacious to fill up all our luggage. It had iron board, all what you need, locker and all. And there you had a full-size mirror. The room is our home for next 3 days. And the room also had coffee machine, refrigerator, but not microwave. Also, we had a balcony in our room which has a beautiful view. And then we went to the rooftop where we were the guest of the hotel, so we got the seats easily, but in case you're not staying at the Erwin, you will have to take an appointment to get the best seats at the rooftop because it offers a beautiful sunset view, and they close at 10 p.m. so you need to just take care of that. And that's the view from the hotel. In the evening you can see the sea, the sunset. It's just divine. And post spending some time at the rooftop, we went downstairs just to see around. There was a cute lane, the Venice lane, which has a lot of bars, cafes, pubs, and it was quite lively. That's the one which says Venice, and there is our hotel. And post this, the next morning, we decided to see the sunrise early, and hence we woke up at 6 a.m. And that's the Venice street, which is very lively in the evening, but only till 7 p.m. on weekdays and 8 to 9 p.m. on weekends. It's very famous for its colorful work art shops, and that's the beach with a lot of palm trees. By the way, you will find tons of palm trees in Los Angeles, and to my surprise, they are not native to this place. They were bought in 1930s for an Olympic game as it looked exotic, and now the palm trees are iconic to LA. Coming back to the beach, it was a beautiful beach, slightly cold morning, and the beach was quite empty, wherein it is opposite in the evening. The morning you can see there are almost none of the people, only people who just came for walking or surfing. Yes, there were so many surfers trying their luck with the enormous waves of the sea, and that's it. We saw sunrise, we saw surfers, we saw the beach, and then we came up to our room to get ready and head to Disneyland theme park. By the way, as promised, I will come up with a separate video on the Disneyland theme park to show you the beautiful place that it was. It will definitely make you feel nostalgic. It was so nice. But the next day, it was mostly a city tour, and next morning, we headed towards a trek to the iconic Hollywood sign. Yes, your trip to Los Angeles is incomplete if you miss this. We were a group of people with two awesome guides who helped us to get to the sign, and there where we have to go. By the way, say hi to Mr. Sharma. And then our trek started. It was a 2 mile trek both ways, and it took us almost 30 minutes to reach the sign. It was although an easy trek. So, let me tell you a little bit about the Hollywood sign. This iconic sign is almost 50 feet tall, and it was originally created by a real estate company in 1920s for a temporary advertisement. But as the sign attracted a lot of tourists, it was just left like that. And post 1920s, it was rebuilt in 1970s, and this was possible when different celebrities and companies donated their money to rebuild the iconic sign, and hence each letter belongs to a different person or company, including Alice Cooper and Tiffany and Co. And then we finally reached the sign. Not to say we definitely took a lot of photos here. It was a sunny day, so in fact, a sunny morning, so we enjoyed a lot watching the sign, the place around. You can see Los Angeles as a city, mountains. It's a beautiful view. And then we finally walked our way back down to head to our next point, that was Hollywood Beloved, which had a lot of famous landmarks including Dolby theaters, museums, TCL Chinese theaters, and a lot of dining options, along with so many shops for your retail therapy. There are many hop on and hop off bus services as well that shows you around the city. So, in case if you want to go on one, you can book for yourself. Also, the city has the iconic tourist spot Walk of Fame, and if in case you don't know that, it's a tourist attraction in LA which has name of fictional characters, directors, musicians, actors, producers, and a lot who have become a permanent public monument in the entertainment industry. And post just having a look at the place nearby, we went to the TCL Chinese Theatre that's just beside the Hard Rock Cafe, which is actually a movie palace. Yes, it is actually a movie palace which offers an exotic revival style architecture, and it is a home for a lot of premieres, including the launch of Star Wars as well. It has a lot of footprints and handprints of a lot of famous picture personalities, even back from 1920s to present. There have been a lot of award functions happening, ceremonies happening at this theater. For tourists, they offer a movie experience or a theater walkthrough. You can book either of them as per your choice. We could not do any of them just because the timings clashed with our celebrity tour, right, which we have already pre booked, but you can as per your choice. So instead, we went to the Madame Tussauds Museum, and the experience was so different. It was you will experience a different level of creativity. Although it will make you, I will make a different video on giving a complete tour of this place, but it was so nice. And then we took our celebrity tour, and that's Los Angeles skyline. Los Angeles as a city makes you feel like a star. Although we encountered a shoot going on, it seemed like a magazine cover shoot. You can see there were so many people, so many vehicles, so much for a small shoot. That's too much of effort. Although Beverly Hills is a home for many Hollywood stars, we were going to Beverly Hills, and it featured a lot of upscale shopping street called Rodeo Street, where actually most of celebrities shopped from. And the next house that you will see is actually Paul Walker's house number 7475. That's the one. This is the one where he used to stay before his demise. And that's Mulholland Scenic Outlook, which is a scenic spot to view the city of Los Angeles. And a lot of this place is owned by Hollywood industry, which was prior owned by Disney, but now they have moved to a different place, a different location. LA as a city offers a huge city with both mountains and sea view, which is hard to find together, and a beautiful architecture. And after clicking a lot of photos, we moved on to the next spot, which was Bruno Mars' old house. Yes, the white one you saw, that was Bruno Mars' old house. Although he doesn't live here anymore, we will see a new one really soon. But that's Lady Gaga's house. The mansion that you just saw was Lady Gaga's house. And now the white one that you see is Bruno Mars' house. In the end, Bruno Mars stays here with a lot of celebrity neighbors like Katy Perry. The one that you just saw was Katy Perry's house. And you will see a lot more houses in the same street. They are all celebrity houses. I can't include everyone because it will make the video so long, but I will mention a lot of important ones. And that's Jack Benny's house, an American comic star, and the neighborhood was Agnes Moorehead, which was a actor of famous sitcom Bewitched. And those are iconic palm trees from Los Angeles. As I have told you, they're not native to the place. And our next spot is Tom Cruise house. Yes, the white one you see is Tom Cruise house. He lives there. And the next one which you will see is actually Marilyn Monroe's house. I am sure you know her from the iconic flying skirt photo. And the next is American mobster Bugsy's house. It was a driving force. He was the driving force behind Las Vegas strip clubs. And he was murdered in his own house by a gunshot. Rumors say it was his girlfriend's conspiracy, although we don't know. And there were other mansions in the street. The 023 is Rihanna's old house, although she doesn't live here now. And our next spot is actually Michael Jackson's house. No, that's not the one. This place has a lot of other artists apart from Hollywood artists, including web series, journalists, talk shows, a lot of them. And this is Michael Jackson's house. This was the one he owned, and actually, he did not own it. He used to pay rent, $100,000 rent per month, and this house is humongous. You see that? That's all the boundary of the house, so it's huge. And probably after this, you will be encountering the most innovative house you must have ever seen. That's the one which is owned by Michael J. Libo, in owner of real estate agency, and this is a private home. Like a family stays here. This is also known as a witch house for its architecture, and this is one of the most different house I've ever seen. And then we headed towards Rodeo Street, the most famous place for celebrity shopping, and a home for all the luxury brands. Although anyone just can't walk into the store, you need to have an appointment to walk into a store, and they will check your credit score to let you buy from the store. And you will have to at least shop for $1,500 because they're investing their time into you. So there are a lot of clauses attached if you want to shop from this place. And that's again a house owned by an investment agency known as Platinum Equity. And now we are actually heading towards the iconic Beverly Hills sign. And there it is, a famous photo place for a lot of tourists. And that's the famous Beverly Hills Hotel, which is actually quite expensive, but was the favorite place of Michael Jackson whenever he wanted to get away from the media, journalists, or paparazzis. And we saw a lot of cars. Beautiful architectures. And finally, having a little more look around the city, we headed back to our hotel to spend some good time at the Venice beach. And that's how the evening at Venice beach looks like, all lively and lit up. You will be able to see people skating, playing games, singing, bicycling. Shopping, of course. and chilling at the beach. We had a really good time here, just seeing the sunset. A very calming evening. People even bought their tents to stay in that because people spend the whole day here on the beaches. They're so fond of them. We clicked photos, we were just playing with the waves, just chilling around. And then we just got ready to head to our next spot to spend the night. And there it is, Santa Monica Pier. It's actually a beach, a pier at the beach, and it's a very famous tourist spot as well. And this place is actually famous for a small amusement park, its concession stands, small bars, cafes, even place to view and do fishing. And you will see a lot of small artists performing on the pier. So it is so lively and lit up in the evening, and a very good time to spend here if you are in LA. We just walked around all over the place, although the amusement park just get closed at 8 p.m. So if you want to visit that, you will have to plan your visit prior to 8 p.m. And that's the amusement park with the giant wheel. You'll be able to see this wheel from a lot of places if you are nearby because it's huge. It's just huge and humongous. And that's the city. And that's almost the end of the pier. That was the last restaurant. And post this, we just saw people walking down to do fishing, although we didn't go down because we didn't want to do fishing. And that's it. The next day we visited Universal Studio theme park, as well as the studio tour, the Universal Studio tour. And as I told you, I will make a separate video on all of those things. Even my travel from San Francisco and other parts of California, wherever I have visited. So stay tuned, do like and subscribe the channel. I come up with videos every Wednesday and Saturday. So subscribe my channel and see you next week. Bye bye.